Welcome back to our last stop on our road trip series. We are super excited about our last stop. It points the way for us to go loud and clear. We got our map. It shows us the directions we need to go live for God. Great! Now let's find our tour guides and get this show on the road.
Our destination takes us to the New Testament, books of Matthew, Mark, and John.
Jesus had a group of 12 guys that traveled with him for 3 years during his ministry.
Those 12 guys were called disciples.
Freeze. A disciple means a follower or learner. We are disciples of Jesus because we follow what he says. But the disciples we are learning about today are a special group of guys that Jesus specifically called to be with him while he was on the earth. Unfreeze.
How did Jesus find his disciples? Well, one day, Jesus was walking along the Sea of Galilee and found 2 brothers fishing, Andrew and Peter. He said, "Come, follow me. I'll make you fishers of men." They dropped their nets and followed him.
He also called to 2 other brothers, James and John, who were fishing with their father. They left their father in the boat and followed Jesus.
Fun fact, Jesus gave James and John the nicknames Sons of Thunder.
Jesus saw a man named Matthew sitting at a tax collector's booth. Tax collectors were known to cheat people and take their money for themselves. What did Jesus say when he saw Matthew?
Jesus told Matthew, "Come, follow me." Matthew got up and followed Jesus. When Jesus appointed his disciples, they were Andrew, Peter, James, John, Bartholomew, Philip, Simon, Thaddeus, Thomas, James, the son of Alphaeus, a tax collector named Matthew, and Judas, the one that betrayed Jesus.
These guys were not perfect people, but they were willing to follow Jesus wherever he went. They dropped what they were doing and ran after Jesus. They did this because he said, "Come, follow me."
Today's big idea, follow Jesus.
Turn right. Jesus called his 12 disciples. They were all busy doing their own thing when Jesus called to them, yet they dropped whatever they were doing to follow Jesus. Go straight. Jesus calls us to follow him too. We want to follow the examples and commandments that Jesus gave us in the Bible. We want to give our hearts to Jesus. Arriving at destination. We want our lives to make Jesus smile.
We are running low on fuel here. Better fill her up.
I'll fill up your tank if you can answer the questions correctly. A disciple is a follower or learner. Who did Jesus call the Sons of Thunder? James and John. Who did Jesus see standing under a fig tree? Nathaniel. How many disciples did Jesus have? 12. You got it. She's all filled up and ready to go. Don't forget your bumper sticker. Matthew 4:19 and 20. "Come, follow me," Jesus said. "I will make you fishers of people." At once they left their nets and followed him. One way. Jesus is the only way to heaven. Jesus said, "No one will get to the Father except through me." The one and only way to heaven is to follow Jesus.
Hey, we need to get a souvenir to remember our day. Time for a selfie. Say cheese. Cheese. Remember the story of Jesus and his disciples and follow Jesus.
I love the movie. Me too. This is my favorite part of the guide. Don't tell me. I want to find out on my own.
Hey kids, we are here.
Already. But we just got in the van. Look, there's more orange sticky stuff. And there's some
I'm back.